Welcome one and all, my name is Tawess and we are back with Marvel Monday, and today we are going to take a look at the King of the Inhumans, Black Bolt. Blackgar Boltagon was born into the Inhuman society, not only with the gift of leveling cities, but also as an heir to Inhuman nobility. But despite this, his early life was a lonely one, as his immense powers forced him to live in a sound-nullifying cage, as even the slightest whisper could kill his parents or anyone else within earshot. So he was kept in semi-solitary, taught by the best tutors that money could buy. This formed a reserved and introvert young man with a strong sense of duty and a firm moral compass. His life does in many ways represent the idea that sometimes the only reward for having faith is that everybody around you will test it. His first step into Inhuman society was also the moment he faced his most dedicated enemy, his brother Maximus, who would time upon time again try to usurp Blackgar's position as the king of the Inhumans. Now, it is easy to dismiss Black Bolt's powers as just being a sonic wave on a massive scale, but looking a bit deeper is way more messy than that. What is really happening is that he causes a massive disturbance in the electrons surrounding him. Do not ask me of the exact science behind this. It is Marvel logic and we better leave it at that. But this disturbance gives him the ability to fly, to boost his already impressive physical abilities, create shields and blasts, and of course, when combined with the vibrations of his vocal cords, massive destruction. A massive cone of energy that can take out pretty much anything, except Thanos, to prove. I will do a separate video on the Inhumans as a group, but in short, they are a progenitor to the modern mutant, experimented on by the Kree at the dawn of humanity. Black Bolt and the Inhumans have been involved in nearly every major conflict in the Marvel Universe, even if it just been refused to offer help. Black Bolt, while serving as the king for the Inhumans most of his time, have from time to time stepped down or been forced out as the leader of the Inhumans, and did even end up as the owner of a bar called the Silent Room at one point. What the future holds for the most powerful voice in the Marvel Universe? Time will tell. If we go outside comic lore, the Inhumans, and by that extension Black Bolt, have been around as a minor player in the Marvel Universe since the mid-60s, but have never really had any key roles. Black Bolt and the Inhumans was initially connected to the Fantastic Four, and the groups have had several interactions over the years. As a group, the Inhumans offer a different origin for metahuman powers, and thanks to the often off-the-chart level of their powers, work as a good Deus Ex Machina in stories. The most impactful event that involved Black Bolt was the Infinity Arc, that ended with Black Bolt destroying the Inhuman base operation called Athenon to save it from the Mad Titan Thanos, and in doing so triggered a to Black Bolt unknown device hidden in the city. This released the Terrigen Mist, an agent used to trigger the mutation in Inhumans. The mist spread over the earth, and as it turned out, Inhumans had over the centuries gone frisky with regular humans, and a new generation of Inhumans stepped out of the mist with new powers they had no control over or even wished for. The most prominent of these so-called new humans is the current Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan. Black Bolt and the Inhumans have turned up in a lot of Marvel's animated and cartoon media, having had many cameos over the years but never a series of their own. This did partially change when the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. series premiered their second season, as it had the beginning of an Inhuman arc in it. But this did not include Black Bolt or the Royal Family. A mini-series featuring Black Bolt and the Inhuman Royal Family just started filming and is set to premiere on ABC. This will be the first live-action depiction of Black Bolt. An interesting factoid is that the design of Black Bolt have stayed pretty much the same over the years, that being a black bodysuit with silver stripes and small wings under his arms. He also has a tuning fork on his forehead to help channel his powers. Like Nightcrawler and some other heroes, his design gets some variation but no major departures. Gameplay-wise in Marvel Heroes, Black Bolt does sit in a weird place. He is fun and mobile while doing normal content, but reports say that he starts to fall behind once you reach endgame. But with him just being released, this is something that might change as his numbers get evaluated, and if the internal numbers stack up to the reports, I'm sure he will be buffed in some way. As far as normal gameplay goes, he has a nice mix of ranged and close-up attacks. But since he builds his own energy resource rather than have it charge over time, you do have to be mindful and remember to mix up your attacks to avoid either ending up doing too little damage or not having any energy when you really need it. He is also a bit on the squishy side, not being able to tank a lot of damage, but at least he has a combat dash to get him out of the worst immediate danger. As with many new heroes, he might be in a state of flux until both the meta congeal and the developers go over his data. If you want a more in-depth look at his powers and the numbers behind them, I recommend taking to the Marvel Heroes forum and the Black Bolt sub-forum. This have been an overview of Black Bolt, the latest hero to join the Marvel Heroes roster. If you like this content, give it a thumbs up. If you did not like it, thumb it down, and as we all know, subscribing is caring. Until next time, stay safe, be kind, and play fair. Bye!